What's up? What's up? It's your girl Mickey Truth, aka Mickey Facts, and I'm back. Of course, I'm coming through with facts, yo. Okay, y'all already know. I already told y'all. Go through YouTube. I look at what everyone is talking about, and when I see some information that I'm like, are you sure about that? I go take a look at it. So what I'm doing in this video, I'm gonna run through some information that was actually new to me that I got from the Jones crew. So I'm definitely gonna dive in, get straight to it. I want to start off by saying everything is still allegedly. Everything is found through online resources. Okay, go behind me, check. It's all good. Let's get into it. So today we're gonna start off talking about J. Prince Sr. Okay. And based off my information that I found on J. Prince Sr., for those who don't know, his real name or birth name is allegedly James L. Smith, but he is referred to as James Prince, J. Prince, or Little J. Okay? Ironically, he was born on October 31st, 1965, and he is the CEO and founder of Rap-A-Lot Records. All right, so that's just a little background. And yes, J. Prince Jr. and Jazz Prince, two big names that we heard in the Takeoff investigation, is allegedly, I'm gonna keep saying allegedly, his sons. So as everyone knows by now, the Prince family name has been around all up and through the Takeoff investigation and his murder. All right, so it's a lot of videos and YouTubers that's trying to connect it to other situations that murder has been tied to the Prince family name. So we're going to start in 1997 with the death of Earl Perry, who was allegedly killed at a Prince dice game. Take a look.
A neighborhood dice game ending in gunfire. Well, more than 20 years later, there are new questions about the investigation and the man convicted of the crime.
So with this, let's start with the basics, okay? We can confirm by news sources and court documents that Earl Perry was indeed shot at a dice game. However, we cannot confirm that J. Prince Sr. was tied to that dice game at all. I have looked into the ownership of the Tees Club, which is definitely not that name now. It went all the way back to a man named Emmett Moss. I have not found any obvious or public connection from Emmett Moss to J. Prince. Emmett Moss has since died. So I was not able to find anything publicly for that. As far as Earl Perry, is not any online record stating that he was directly tied in to J. Prince Sr. So based on this information, I would say that dice game has not been confirmed to be J. Prince Sr. However, Earl Perry did die at a dice game on June 30th, 1997. He was shot 3 times. Per coroner's report, which is in the video, he was shot in the back, left buttocks, and left foot. He was pronounced dead at 2:48 a.m. at 3810 Cavalcade in Houston. Not sure if that's how you pronounce the road, but y'all see the word written in the video. Again, we're covering a lot of information. That's going to be the only way we can fully understand and be able to allegedly provide either the truth of the matter or possible false of the matter, allegedly. All right. So Earl Perry was killed June 30th, 97, like we said already. On October 15, 97, Lamar Burks was arrested. Okay. And according to the Kyron article, which was dated, and I'm gonna put it in the video. Give me a minute. Let me go back. This was put out November 29th, 2018. It is alleged that J. Prince Sr. was an affiliate of Lamar Burks, who at this time, like I said, October 15, 97, was arrested for the murder of Earl Perry. Okay. Fast forward to May 11th, 1998, Lamar Burke's murder case for Earl Perry was dismissed. And the reason why it was dismissed was due to the chief witness, who is allegedly, per court documents, Kevin Scales, was unavailable, meaning they was unable to reach him to bring him into court for him to tell what he knew. All right? So we just left off at May 11th, 1998. Lamar Burke's murder case is dismissed. We're going to now jump to December of 2000. And the dates to be exact is December 6th and 7th of 2000. Keep these dates in mind because it's going to be important later when we look to see what's facts and what's fiction, okay? Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing. Definitely, like I said, it's online. You can just look it up yourself and read it. I'm just going to go over key points, okay? So, a passage in this document states, this summer, we heard about an investigation of drug trafficking in Houston, Texas. There was an investigation involving a man named James Prince. He owns a record company called Rap-A-Lot. He and his associates were believed to be large-scale drug dealers. This investigation produced more than 20 convictions. And I just want to put in here that J. Prince Sr. was not convicted of any drug charges per the information that is provided in this document. Now, you can continue reading, but as you continue, it's a man by the name of Mr. Burton that is stating information like allegedly Mr. Prince gave $1 million to a church, and the vice president at the time, which is Al Gore, goes to that church. And 2 days later, somebody says they are closing the case. Something is wrong. They're blocking us because I think they're afraid that this might be an embarrassment to the vice president. Now, further research, allegedly, okay, it is stated that the church that was the money was donated to by J. Prince was Church Without Walls in Houston. It is stated that it was given overall over $1 million. However, it is said to be allegedly the church that J. Prince attended, not Al Gore. It is said to state that Al Gore, however, did visit the church on a visit to Houston. So it's a lot of information in this document, okay? Definitely take some time and read up on it if it's something you want to look more into. Like I said, I just touched on a few key points. Now, this hearing was in December 2000, all right? So what we're going to do, we're going to backtrack a little bit to May 8th, 2000. May 8th, 2000, Harris County presented a new case to the grand jury with new witnesses against Lamar Burks. All right? Y'all remember Lamar Burks, who is the associate of allegedly J. Prince, who was accused of the murder of Earl Perry, who was shot at a dice game in 5th Ward, okay? During this hearing, not only was Lamar Burks recharged with the murder, also another person named Revan Whittaker, aka Little D, was also charged at this time. Now, both men are allegedly from 5th Ward, okay? Now, September 28th, 2000, this is still before the hearing in Washington. Whittaker is booked into Harris County Jail on murder, okay? October 18th, 2000, Whittaker's case is dismissed. Yeah, that says a lot, right? Then, fast forward, October 25th, 2000, a man named Clayton Brown is arrested for the murder of, yes, Earl Perry, all right? Now, let's get into a little bit of background with these people involved. Per court documents, Lamar Burks was convicted of the murder of Earl Perry on October 30th of 2000 and was sentenced to 70 years, okay? So, let's take a look back at some of the players in this case so far. Whittaker, which is the man that was let out of jail, and the case was dismissed on October 18th for the murder of Earl Perry. It is later placed in court documents that Whittaker was an informant for a DEA agent named Chad Scott. If you guys recall or have looked over the transcript, Chad Scott is included in that transcript, okay? It is said to be believed that Chad Scott went to Lamar Burke, who is an alleged associate of J. Prince Sr., and tried to get him basically to say J. Prince Sr. had something to do with the murder, or, this is all alleged. I'm not sure exactly what's the wording that he would have went and said to Burt, so this is just allegedly. However, Burt did not accept or did not do it. So, allegedly, DEA Chad Scott, per court records, went to Clayton Brown and coerced him into saying Lamar Burks killed Earl Perry. However, allegedly, per court documents, the real shooter of Earl Perry was Whittaker, who, again, is the informant for Chad Scott. Now, the only connection with Whittaker that I can see as far as Lamar Burks, he was an employee of Lamar's at his record company called Dollar Bill Records, okay? Lamar Burks was the owner of CEO, founder of Dollar Bill Records, okay? So, next, what we're going to get into is a couple other pieces of information that is being alleged, all right? So, if you're wondering, after everything I went over, why was the DEA even looking at J. Prince? Well, let me tell you. According to sources, including a transcript of the committee meeting, it has been said that 76 kilos of cocaine was found in a car, okay? That car had a tag from Smith Auto Sales. We have came to find out, and I say we because me and my truth team, that James L. Smith, a.k.a. J. Prince Sr., actually owned that dealership. Now, we can also confirm in these same documents that J. Prince Sr. was not driving the car when the 76 kilos of cocaine was found, okay? An associate or family member was the driver, okay? Not J. Prince. Let's just be clear on that, okay? And then also, he speaks on that in his memoir. I want to say it's like around page 159. He even speaks on the DEA agent in the book. He speaks on even another time where he knew he was not safe to travel through Houston without having the proper people around him due to alleged harassment from the police. Now, next, what we're going to get into, and I'm just trying to cover everything I've been hearing that I could find some information on. What I want to clear up, and that's why I told y'all the dates are important. Previously, it was reported or alleged that after the DEA case shut down against J. Prince Sr., that's when the murder of Earl Perry happened, but that's not correct because Earl Perry was killed in 1997. Okay, that was prior to the committee hearing and after the 76 kilos of cocaine was found in an alleged associate's car of J. Prince. So I just want to make sure we understand that part. What can you confirm for us, okay? Well, I can confirm it was a DEA investigation into J. Prince Sr. However, the start of the case is not clear per what we can find through public resources. However, he has never been charged with any drug charges, okay? We just want to throw that out there. We was not able to find any arrests for James L. Smith or J. Prince Sr. or James Prince, whichever name you want to call him by, okay? We cannot confirm that dice game that Earl Perry attended was Prince dice game. It is no concrete information on that. You can only allege it, or I guess assume what you would like about that. Again, he was the focus of a DA case, wasn't charged. I wouldn't say we can confirm he was racially profiled. However, we can say that per the information in the transcripts, per what J. Prince Sr. himself have said in his books, and per the later arrest of Chad Scott, that it's plausible that maybe he was racially profiled if all the information is true. And I just want to let you guys know that Chad Scott, the DEA agent, is currently serving 12 or 13 years now. And I believe that was handed down last year. So that's just like I said, if you were doing what you were supposed to do, but then you did something bad, it kind of outshadowed the good, because guess what? Your credibility is shot. All right. Now, as far as the church situation with the $1 million donation, per those same transcript, that church was not Al Gore's church. That church was visited by Al Gore during his visit to Houston. And it's allegedly, because we couldn't find confirmation that it was actually attended by J. Prince Sr., but he definitely donated to the church. Okay. Now, in the transcript, the DEA does claim that Congresswoman Walters and Attorney General Reno intervened with the case. Per the transcript, that was not concrete or confirmed by the committee. So we're just going to leave that where that's at, because there's no way we can confirm it. No charges have been brought about it, The two DEA agents, Chad Scott and Shoemaker, I cannot think of his first name right now, both of those were found to be basically dirty cops. I mean, that's all we can say on that. And as far as the 20 Rap-A-Lot associates that were indicted during the investigation, we are unable to confirm at this time if they were indeed Rap-A-Lot associates, if they were just we don't have the identity of those that were included in that roundup, if you will call it. Okay, so that's what I got for you right now. I hope you found my information to be what you needed to make your decision on where you want to think the connection lies with the Takeoff case. Like I told y'all before, it's going to be so many different possible connections, right? But we have to look at the facts. We have to look at the truth. We have to look at what can be proven with these connections. Because guess what? When this goes to court, as far as the Takeoff case, that's what they're going to have to use. They're not going to be able to be theories. They're not going to be able to just say, it was in a music video. They have to prove it without a reason beyond. I'm not a lawyer. But y'all get what I'm saying. And it's another piece that I need to add to the video. I'm just catching it at the last minute, so I'm just putting it to the end here. Okay, in those documents, okay, if y'all take a look, Shoemaker, which is one of the DEA agents that I spoke of earlier, who allegedly was harassing J. Prince Sr. during the investigation that they were doing into him, his statements show that while working with Scott, which is Chad Scott, he attempted to frame Burt for a murder to flip him as an informant. To further his investigation into the alleged Prince drug ring, Shoemaker and his team were taken off the case within days of Al Gore visiting Houston and J. Prince Church that J. Prince had made large contributions to, totaling over $1 million at the time. And I already let y'all know that. Shoemaker believes through an uncorroborated confidential informant that he admits as hearsay in the hearing that Jay Prince secretly paid off Al Gore to shut down the investigation. This is what brought about the House hearing. So tying that into the record above is pretty clear that they were dirty cops. I mean, really. Trying to pin a murder charges on a Prince associate, Burt, who is still in jail, mind you, for that murder of Earl Perry, just to flip him into an informant to further corrupt and harass the Prince family with their investigation. So again, this just goes back to see, it may be connections, but this is just not one avenue. As far as what I can see with the facts, everybody's free to make their own judgment on that. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. With that, I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one.